Peace. If another has harmed you, if another has trespassed upon you, if another has been granted this allowance that they may be an abuse upon you, then be grateful for this pain that will bring you awake. You see, because all pain serves a purpose, that you have an awareness. Where do you begin and another end? And what is a right way to dictate yourself upon what is in front of you and what is within you? In what way are you giving this authority away? You see, this authority away that you may be harmed by another. What are you granting to another? What dependence are you giving to another that you may be impacted in such a way that another may harm you? Just consider and reflect upon it. Are you in need of another to such a degree that they may be a harm upon you? That their opinion of you, that their belief of you will be such a thing that may cripple you, if it is in such a way that this is true, then their belief of you, whatever it may be, it can never empower you if you are such a thing that is giving yourself away in such a way that you may be damned, that you may be harmed by another. If you would grant them this authority, that what occurs within you will be impacted by them in the language that they use towards you, in the way they believe of you. And are we such a thing? Let us consider and let us be humble before our nature, before our becoming. Are you such a thing? They should not feel pain. Are you such a thing? They should not feel pain. Just sit with the question. It is okay, whatever the answer is for you. Do you believe you should not feel pain? And why? What would this do for you? What context would this give to your life, to your being, to your awareness of yourself, if you were to never feel pain? I will tell you very plainly what I have learned of my being. Suffering is a joy. It is truly where the great work may be done. It is truly where love may be found. In suffering, you are sharpened. You are further from this place of being in presence. This is what suffering will bring out from you. Is presence, the awareness of your being, of what is right for you, of what your capabilities are, and what they are not. And in what way must you be in accordance with your nature and the nature of all things, that there is a resolution in higher nature derived here from this suffering, that joy, that beauty, that love, that truth may come from this suffering, that the pain that you feel has purpose, that you are awake, that it is your pain if you have felt it. It is not another's. It is not another's that is inflicted upon you. Another has not given you pain. It is your pain. What have you found of yourself? What lesson, what teaching, what learning are you being offered that you feel an offense of your being, that you feel pain? I've said it before and I'll say it many more times, I'm sure. We are children learning to walk. Fall down, scrape your knee, get back up, take another step forward. And we do this so often We learn this so often, the teaching is revealed so often through our interactions with each other. We have purpose to ourselves and to each other. The beauty and further truth are found here. And this includes the difficulties that will arise from our differences. And that is our work, that is our divine task, that we will take these contradictions, that we will take these differences, that we will take these disagreements, that we will take these trespasses and abuses upon one another, and that we will find a way of our own being, that these things are shaped to beauty, into truth, into love, into joy. And that it would not be so without this, that you are being granted a foundation in which to walk upon, that you have a knowledge of yourself, that you are not separate from another, that you are not separate from another, and that if abuse is occurring, if you are finding yourself to be offended by another, it is a power you have granted to another that you are not separate from. And there is purpose in this. You do not need to condemn yourself. You need not be guilty, but accountable and responsible, that we may learn and grow. Nature will facilitate this. Discord among us, division among us, hurt, pain, rights, wrongs. Nature will facilitate these things upon us through our dealings with each other and ourselves and all things around us, the life that is all things. We will have this division even upon what live within us. We will cause pain upon our own being. We will neglect our own being. We will turn away from ourselves. We will make an enemy within. And all of this is okay. Let us face it. Let us look at it. Let us investigate and ask it questions. All of this will serve a purpose of your own becoming, of your own awakening. And nothing can take that process from you. So what do we do with the pain that another has given us? How can we be kind? Further from this, that an abuse has occurred, let us understand our own nature. I am not separate from you. If abuse has occurred upon me, let me know your hand is mine. And let my hand be known as yours. If wrong has been done upon me, let I be the one who acts righteously, who acts truly, who will allow life to be witnessed and to be undisturbed by every occurrence, but to be upright, to be righteous, to be true, to be just, and to face the contradictions that exist within my own being, to know myself is capable of everything wicked. I am not above another in this way. You are not above another in this way, that you are capable of great harm, that you are capable of everything wicked, that we are not separate from each other, in the highest and in the lowest, in the best of us, in the worst of us. We are the same life. We share the same life. Our witnessing is unique. We are sovereign. And we are blessed that we are sovereign, that we have a self, that we may find these things out. But my life is not separate from yours, or any who has abused me, or any who has abused you. And your power to transform and to change these things lies within this truth, that I am not separate from you who has done wrong to me. Here is my power to transform and to change, that I am not separate from that which I would seek to be new. And here, let us acknowledge the power of love and forgiveness, that we will maintain of ourselves our sovereignty, what is just, what is true within you, that you have a voice, that you may speak, and that you may be silent. And whatever is called for uniquely within your being in your present circumstance, that you have a discerning ability, that you do not have a need of another, but that you are free, to live and to grant life upon all others. This transforming ability that we have a connection to each other, that I will choose to love you who has done wrong to me, and that I will maintain upright in defense of innocence through my voice, through my silence, perhaps, if needed, through the deed of my hand, through the way of my being, in the way that I witness you, in what I believe of you, that you may be redeemed, that forgiveness may occur upon you as it occurs within me, and that I will not hold you captive to this wrong that you have done to me, but that I embrace you as a process of my own learning, that I maintain my sacred boundaries of sovereignty, that I am not disturbed by you, the wrong you may have done to me, the wrong I may have done to you. I will be accountable to it. I will face it. Is a wrong that I do upon you is a wrong I have done upon myself. And the forgiveness that I grant to you is a forgiveness that I grant myself. That I'm not separate from you, that you are not separate from me. And further from this, reveal the truth of love. All things become more in this way. From our suffering, we have shaped things to be forgiveness and love. From the wrong that we have done to each other, we have shaped things to be forgiveness and life, redemption, mercy, kindness, sovereignty, sacred boundaries. That we have learned from these things, that these things were necessary that we may find this. And that we do not hide away from it. We do not shelter ourselves off. But that we are willing and engaging in this. And so much of this simply means that we will exchange awareness. And this happens in the way that you feel. Happens in so many ways that you will never be apparently conscious of, directly conscious of, but in our engagements with each other, in our interactions, so much intelligence is gained if you are willing in it, if you are willing in participating in it, and so much is gained simply in speaking, in sharing, and in not being afraid that you would face every abuse that has occurred upon you, that you would be willing in it, that you would be willing to carry your suffering and to make it a lightness, and to understand and to be humble to this living awareness, to this awakeness, to this sacred and divine intelligence that is whole and complete within and throughout all things, alive within you, alive within me, that it has a will of love, that nature is a goodness, it is a favor, it is a mercy, it is a kindness upon you, and that all of this, it serves this purpose, that you are awake, that you are alive, that things are further and closer to this love, within and throughout all things, that awareness is more, that all things become more awake in their own sovereign and unique way, the one that you are, the one that I am, and that we allow each other this journey, you see. Because anyone who has been an abuse to you, they are finding out of their own nature. No one escapes justice, no one escapes truth, no one escapes these things. These things are present and occurring here and now. So you are allowing another their own learning, and in their own way, through the free will that we have been gifted, through the free will that you have been endowed with, God, nature, love, truth, These things, through your allowed free will continually shape and reshape things to the highest benefit of all things. A way is continually being made for you. Be a proof upon your way. Be a proof upon the path set before you. Do well with it. And understand yourself in this way that acceptance is the way. Acceptance is the open path. Forgiveness is the way. Forgiveness is the open path. Love is the way. Love is the open path. And it crafts all things to be a mirror to you. Truth is the way. Truth is the open path. And it is always occurring upon you. You are never separate from it. And if you are willing to witness it, you will never have to look far. But within your own being, within your own heart, and whatever is before you, there will be purpose found here for you. There will be a higher being, a higher nature, a further truth, a greater depth of being revealed, uncovered, remembered, reclaimed. And that you freely choose these things for yourself. Beautiful love and truth. Glory, grace, strength, thanks. Grateful God. Courage, strength, protection, I am with you. Peace.